Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to a weekend in Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta Travel Guide 2023. So this is a city in the US that, things that I know about the city are, it's a green city. I'm pretty sure I've seen like things mentioned about Atlanta before saying it's a very green city. I think that's Atlanta, I could be very wrong with that. It's a hot spot for music, that's for damn sure. Music, a lot of different genres I think as well. It's a hot spot for that. It's one of the most populated cities in the US. It's one of the fastest growing cities, either in the US or in the South. It's either one, but it's a fast growing city. There's a lot of positives that I hear about Atlanta. It's like one of the, just one of the biggest cities in the country, and there's a lot to it. And the downtown also looks pretty big too. So yeah, there's a lot to it there as well. But it's good for sports. Atlanta has a lot of sports teams. I'm trying to think of other things. It's in a hot region, I guess. You could say that. I mean, Georgia's a very warm state, to say the least. But yeah, we're going to check this out and see what this city has to offer. And wait, quickly, is this the downtown or is this the downtown? Because it seems sort of spread. I thought this was the downtown, but this region looks like maybe it's the business district or something. I don't know. Maybe there's two downtowns. It's a major city. That's just what it's like. But let's jump into this video and see Atlanta. Hopefully this video shows the city well, because sometimes these videos are hit or miss. Sometimes they show the downtown and explore a lot. Sometimes they don't really show it. And yeah, I hope it's a good video on that, but let's jump into this reaction.
It's high time that the spotlight shines on the capital city of Georgia. Often overlooked by travelers, Atlanta is a city that many people stumble upon while in transit through the world's busiest airport. However, a mere few days spent in the city can reveal its many layers.
From its excellent culinary scene to its passionate sports fans, this city is a testament to the New South, a place where anything is possible and anything goes. Welcome to Atlanta.
Is it the home
Our
of Coca-Cola?
two-part series, Discovering the State of Georgia, continues. Last week we discovered Savannah, where we got a taste of the Southern hospitality, learned more about Savannah's past, and got to see some beautiful, beautiful homes. But this week, we're partnered up with Discover Atlanta and City Pass to see what Atlanta is all about.
We're on a mission to discover every single state in Mexico and also United States. Now is the turn of Georgia, that is our 10th states over here in the US. And today we're in Atlanta. I'm wondering why they say that this place is so hot.
Ah, you're referring to the nickname, Hotlanta. Well, it's very much not hot right now. Actually, we need to get a move on because we need to warm up on the morning walk.
Let's do it.
Damn, it's not warm at the moment. That's a rarity.
So the first place we're visiting is Piedmont Park. This place is huge, it's beautiful and full of nature. A lot of people there walking their dogs, they're running. For us, we're just taking pictures and doing videos. But I mean, there's no comparison, but it's like the Atlanta version of Central Park. It's huge.
I can see that.
Our
for
favorite
sure.
part actually is the viewpoint across the lake. You can see the skyline of the city. It's beautiful. I like it. Recommend it.
I feel like in the sun with blue skies, it would be just perfect.
It's funny because the other day I was on TikTok and a video showed up on my For You page of this guy going through a bunch of restaurants that he loves in Atlanta, and he was going on about my favorite place for Ethiopian food is here, my favorite place for Jamaican food is here, and I was so shocked by how many cultures are represented here in Atlanta, and I can't think of a better place that really shows that variety than here in Ponce City Market. This is the type of food hall that Martine and I love on steroids. There's something for every price point. There's so many different types of food here. So we're gonna take a stroll around and see what's cooking today.
I will get a Super Bowl. It's gonna be with mofongo. I think this place is very cool. As Juliana said, we love this type of things because we can all have our own separate, completely different thing. And I think it's cool. And at the end, Juliana got Indian food.
It's an Indian street grill inspired place.
That's good.
That
And
looks
for
good.
me, I got something from Puerto Rico. The place is called Super Pan. So I got I ordered something that's called like a bowl. So you have the base, that I order mofongo. You can add like arroz con frijoles or whatever. And then I order pork, roasted pork.
Okay.
Chicken tikka roll is what I got, and I needed this in my life. This looks amazing.
I would kill for that right now, man. I would
Oh my
love
God.
that. Take that?
You should take a bite. Delicious.
Okay, this is delicious. I do not regret getting this. It's so good.
$50. Actually, I guess that's quite a lot. I mean, maybe it's Atlanta prices. She got that. He got this. $50 is quite
Overall,
spending.
this place was a 5 out of 5 for sure.
Maybe for drinks
So
as
right
well.
now we're going to our
This is
first.
the Atlanta. Is it? This is the MLS team stadium. I think. Or is this the Mercedes-Benz Stadium? I don't know.
Museum, but we're passing by one of the best stadiums in the world, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium. How do you say it, Juliana?
Mercedes-Benz.
This is amazing because this
Is this for the football team and the MLS team? The NFL team and MLS? Or is this just NFL?
one is one of the stadiums that was selected to host the World Cup in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So this is so good. And actually, this stadium is one of the most modern, not only in the United States, but in the world. It's amazing. Unfortunately, right now there's no tours or games to see inside, but I hope one day I can get inside that stadium. This is home of the Atlanta Falcons. That is football, and also in soccer they have the
Both.
Atlanta United. And somewhere around it should be the basketball. Over there is the State Farm Arena. So the Hawks, Atlanta Hawks, are playing over there. All the sports there over here.
That's pretty
Atlanta is
cool.
known by their sports. On the top, it opens but it opens not in a regular way like every single stadium. It opens like an eagle eye. They call it like that. So it's beautiful from the top. If you have the opportunity, look it up from the top. It's beautiful.
So Martine loves sports.
I've never actually seen it. Atlanta. Let me see if it's gonna load. Hopefully, because my Wi-Fi is bugging out. Atlanta. Wait, Mercedes-Benz Arena. Atlanta. Opening. Roof opening. Should have searched that. I've never seen this before. That is pretty cool, to be fair. When was it built? That is pretty cool. Oh, that is mad, actually, when you look at it from this view. Damn. That is pretty cool, to be fair. Anyways, back to it.
Sports, obviously, so we had to make sure we visited the Chick-fil-A College Football Hall of Fame while we're here. This is the first of 4 museums we're going to see. And before we even knew City Pass had a program here, we already wanted to visit these museums, but it's quite costly to see all 4. Lucky for us, the Atlanta City Pass program gives access to all 4 of the places we're going to be showing you guys, and by purchasing the City Pass, you get 44% off of what the cost would be if you purchased all the tickets to get the City Pass. Well,
Oh my god, that's cool. That is really cool. All the helmets, the head guards.
Vamos, Puma! College football is something that in Mexico we don't see it that much. So right now over here, I know it's very strong, the culture towards college football. So right now, I'm reading everything that the coaches are saying. I'm reading about the history. So right now, I want.
Are the Buckeyes the champions? I got a shirt sent to me recently. Was that for this current year? I think it was. Are the Buckeyes just the best team all the time? That is college football, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I swear I've had 2 shirts for them being the champions. Maybe not. But the Buckeyes are the current champions, right? College football champions.
to put everything that I learned over here into the field. Try it out. If I got this, you need to subscribe. Okay, you're gonna do it, please. Almost. Yeah, well, it was a great game. We did it great. We gave everything from ourselves. We have to think about the next week, you know, the next video, and it's gonna be tough, but I think it's gonna be a lot of views. Yeah.
Our next attraction highlights the cultural and economic impact of
Coca-Cola.
one of Atlanta's most famous companies, Coca-Cola. We're here at the World of Coca-Cola. Let's see what it's like inside. Honestly, I'm hoping there's some free samples.
We're gonna get some history, no? Okay, this should be cool. Because it's like one of the times when they used to actually have cocaine in it. You know, I've heard rumours that there was cocaine in Coca-Cola once upon a time. Take me back. I am joking. Fuck that. But is that actually true, that fact? I feel like it's one of those ones that you hear as a kid and then you just sort of think's real, but maybe it's one of those myths. Or was it actually like a long time ago, like early, I don't know, 1910s, or whenever Coke was made, when it was first made? Was it just with that white powder?
The museum tells the story of Coca-Cola from its humble beginnings in the late 19th century to its current status as a global brand.
I mean, I would say Coca-Cola is probably the most recognizable brand in the world. Like, you have Apple, you have, like, McDonald's, that are everywhere. But I think Coca-Cola is literally the only one that probably touches all regions of the world. I would probably say it's the most recognizable brand in the world, to be honest. I could be wrong, but, like, because some people aren't going to have Apple products in certain regions, or McDonald's and all this and that. But Coca-Cola literally just reaches everywhere.
Visitors can see original artifacts, how it's bottled, learn about the company's marketing strategies, and even sample different Coca-Cola products around the world. Admission is included with the City Pass, and you can skip the long line to enter. Otherwise, the cost is $20 per person.
So actually, Juliana, there's free samples.
Oh, all drinks. All the companies they own. Not a fan.
So each station has a bunch of different drinks from around the world, and they're labeled the different countries. I just tried one from China that literally tasted like barbecue sauce. It was sour plum. Now we're trying one from Malawi, and I was surprised by how many there are. I think that we're going to spend a lot of time here and have a very big sugar rush after this. This pretty much sums up what this museum is trying to do to us. Wow, that place was fascinating, and not at all for the reasons I think they wanted us to think it was fascinating. I felt like we really got to see marketing in action there. I was indoctrinated into the Coca-Cola brand.
You were brainwashed.
Pretty much.
So basically, they tell you the story, but at the beginning they put you a little movie, a little video that makes you want to cry, so you're a little... I don't know. Susceptible, let's say like that. And then they show you all the pop culture, all the history of the secret formula, and it's...
And then push the merchandise on you at the end.
That's right.
Merchandise?
Yeah, because then you pass through the shop, and a lot of people...
Who's buying Coca-Cola merchandise?
They purchase a lot of things.
Yeah, so in that aspect, it wasn't our favorite activity. However, the trying of the different sodas from around the world was so cool. I would go just for that.
That's right.
It's pretty much the only thing I walked away from.
Don't try the Italian one.
Oh yeah, don't try Beverly. Not a good one.
Yeah.
Now I think we're gonna head to an attraction next that is way more our style.
Let's go.
Aquarium.
The Georgia Aquarium was an absolute must for our Atlanta travel guide. After all, it's one of the largest aquariums in the world with over 10 million gallons of water and more than 120,000 animals.
Holy
Visitors
shit.
can see everything from beluga whales and sea otters to whale sharks and manta rays. The
Whoa, that is mental.
Georgia Aquarium is also a great example of how the New South is embracing new technologies and innovation. The aquarium is home to several groundbreaking research and conservation initiatives, including a state-of-the-art animal health facility and a sea turtle rehabilitation program.
The aquarium also features immersive and interactive exhibits that allow visitors to learn more about the animals and their habitats, including virtual reality experience. The cost to enter is $47 per person without the city pass.
This place is huge and it's so beautiful. I've never seen a whale shark and a manta ray over here in an aquarium, so it's beautiful. This actually is the largest aquarium in the United States at the 3rd largest in the entire world.
Wow.
Hey guys, I didn't saw you.
We're just gonna keep that in.
No. So after walking all those museums, you start getting thirsty and you start getting hungry. We're actually in Georgia's oldest brew pub, and this one is called Max Lagers. I wanted a beer and we also want to eat before heading to the next spot. So let's try some local beers. Actually, this one looks very good. Ah, qué rico chocolate.
That's a good looking pizza.
And if you're wondering why we are still wearing our lanyards from the College Hall of Fame, because they make us look super official. We realize we get less weird looks with our camera when we have these guys on, so part of the new uniform. Anyway, we got our food. Looks incredible. Check out this pizza. Wood-fired pizza. And Martine got
Fried chicken. We're still in the
That
south,
fried chicken looks unreal.
y'all.
Atlanta.
We're still in the south, y'all.
Atlanta is a city with a rich history where the triumphs and struggles of the civil rights movement are intertwined with the past and the present. Which is why it is so important for us to pay a visit to the National Center of Civil and Human Rights to learn more.
I do feel like this city has something for everything. If that sentence makes any sense.
This museum opened in 2014 and inspires people to tap into their own power to change the world around them. From the papers and artifacts of legendary leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. to the ongoing struggles for human rights around the world, this center offers a powerful and moving tribute to the human spirit. The exhibit we found to be most impactful was the lunch counter sit-in simulation, where we were able to place ourselves in the shoes of nonviolent protesters in the 1960s.
It was like very, it has a powerful message. You know, you can hear everything what they were feeling and they were hearing at that moment, even the chairs moving. So it's, wow. It was a very important museum. I mean, the other ones, they were fun, but this one is the one that has a message, you know, that's very important. I like it.
We've changed locations, and our next spot is the Little Five Points neighborhood, Atlanta's quirkiest neighborhood. Your classic boutiques, lots of fun bars, restaurants. We're gonna take a look around, hopefully see some street art, and then grab something to eat.
From the moment you arrive, you'll be struck by the vibrant and eclectic energy of this place. Little Five Points is a melting pot of cultures, a vibrant mix of punk rock, hippie, and bohemian vibes, all coexisting in perfect harmony.
You'll find vintage clothing shops, record stores, tattoo parlors, and music venues all within a few blocks from each other. It's a neighborhood that truly celebrates individuality and
This is a
creativity.
mad
But there was
neighborhood.
one thing left on our list to accomplish in Atlanta, and that was to eat some of the delicious barbecue we heard so much about. So we walked a few blocks away to a spot that came highly recommended.
Professional
Now, some
spot.
of you guys on Instagram saw that
Looks
we were
good.
already in Atlanta and messaged us immediately telling us we must try the barbecue when we're here, and you recommended Fox Bros.
We're hungry again.
I've
If
heard
we're
of
ready
Fox
to try
Bros.
some
Sounds familiar.
very good brisket or
Oh,
barbecue,
yeah.
we'll see.
Martine's a huge fan of brisket ever since we started visiting every state in the U.S. So I think you're gonna enjoy this place, and looking at the line outside here, it looks like it's gonna be a good spot.
That's right, you always have to go with all the people goes, where all the locals go,
Yep.
especially.
You ready?
Vamos.
Vamos!
Wiggling, this is heaven. So we ordered ribs, we ordered brisket, Juliana ordered mac and cheese. We both have beans, and I'm healthy, so I have green beans. But this is heaven. This is heaven on earth.
Martine wasn't kidding. This is fall off the bone good ribs, like the most tender meat I've ever had. I think we need to get a box of this for the plane, Martine. I think Spirit Airlines will let us take it on.
Well, cut my legs off and call me short. This is the best brisket I ever had.
And cut. So, what do we think of Atlanta, guys? Personally?
So, I mean, there's a lot to do here, right? Atlanta's like one of those places that there's endless things to do. I do want to see the downtown. Is it Atlanta downtown? I want to see a short video just to see if I can show the downtown. But I feel like they're all going to be quite... Oh, no, to be fair. I don't know what happened to downtown Atlanta. No, there's no real downtown focused videos. To be fair, I done this yesterday. I reacted to another video that was just basically the same guy.
Sometimes referred to as the capital of the South, Atlanta is an incredible American city and is arguably the most important city in the Southeast. In this video series, I talk about a city's history, population, skyline, as well as a few things that make the city unique. There is a lot to cover with Atlanta, so I have a special guest who some of you may recognize to help me out later in this video. Now, let's meet Atlanta.
Let's see, baby.
I always like to start by exploring how a city wound up being where it is today. Atlanta's history is interesting because unlike other cities that were already established and then grew due to railroads going through them, the only reason Atlanta even exists is because of the railroad. In 1836, it was decided that the southern terminus of the Western Atlantic Railroad should be located in the foothills of the southern portion of the Appalachian Mountains. A settlement was then developed around the end of the railroad and was aptly named Terminus. Over the next decade, the settlement went through several name changes before being renamed Atlanta, which is the feminine form of Atlantic. Atlanta's location made it a gateway of sorts between the Atlantic Ocean and regions to the west. It later became a point of convergence with other railroads, which led to rapid growth. Atlanta continues to be a major hub of transportation today, which has helped it grow to become the largest metro in the Southeast. Now, some of you may be thinking, hey, City Geek.
This is what I was saying, then, being a very green city. This is very green. It's mad because the images that I was seeing before, it doesn't look green at all, but then this looks like it's just literally just endless amounts of trees.
How can you say that when Atlanta is only the 38th largest city in the country and with a population of 500,000 is smaller
No, I swear it's massive.
than Jacksonville? And to that, I'd say this is a great example of why it's important to look at a city's metro population. Because when you do that, Atlanta is massive. With over 6 million people living in its metro, Atlanta anchors the 9th largest metro in the country and is nearly 4 times the size of Jacksonville's metro. It's also the largest capital city in the country. Atlanta also has one of the largest economies in the country, coming in at 10th for GDP behind Philly. To talk more about Atlanta's economy is Kyle from the Geography King channel. He is more familiar with Atlanta than I am and has offered to share his thoughts on Atlanta's unique economy.
Hey Geek, thanks for having me on.
I love that.
One of the best things about Atlanta is that it might be the most highly diversified economy in the entire country. The 4 largest companies headquartered in the city are UPS, Home Depot, Coca-Cola, and Delta Airlines.
Wait, UPS is from there? God, Atlanta's got some massive companies.
These are 4 completely different segments of the economy, but it's also a major center for the media. Cable companies, CNN, the Weather Channel, TBS, TNT, and Cartoon Network are there.
Cartoon Network?
A lot of other
Yo, Atlanta's had an influence on my life, man. Coca-Cola, Cartoon Network. Damn, man. I didn't know.
TV and movie studios, but it's also the state capital for Georgia, and as a result, all the state government facilities are located in the city, and Atlanta is the southeast regional headquarters for most of the federal government type facilities, including the Centers of Disease Control. But it's also a major college town, with Georgia Tech being one of the premier engineering universities in the country. A lot of high-tech research labs associated with it, and Emory University is there, one of the premier medical schools in the entire country. So very diversified economy. Perhaps Atlanta is the most recession-proof city in the country.
Thanks for sharing that, Kyle. Now, if you aren't already familiar with the Geography King channel, I definitely recommend checking it out.
Hell yeah.
Now, you can call me shallow, but when it comes to cities, I think appearances matter, which is why evaluating a city's skyline is my favorite part of making these videos. Atlanta has a truly impressive skyline with several tall and aesthetically pleasing skyscrapers. If you took the average height of its tallest 5 skyscrapers, it'd be the 7th tallest skyline in the country, behind San Francisco and ahead of Dallas. All of this is great. However, my one knock on the skyline...
God, it is green. Look at this. You're like in the downtown, and then from the downtown, you're instantly just in. It looks like the country. You can't see any homes like in this distance. Realistically, it just looks like it's just parks and stuff.
That it's too spread out. Rather than having one concentrated skyline, it basically has 3 clusters of
So this is what I was saying at the start of the video.
buildings, with the tallest building in the city sitting between the skylines of downtown and midtown. This prevents the skyline from being as visually impressive as skylines of smaller cities such as Minneapolis, Pittsburgh, and Seattle. The tallest building in the city is the Bank of America Plaza at 1,023 feet. I'll now touch on a few things to me that make Atlanta unique. There are several cities in the country that claim the nickname of City of Trees. However, Atlanta is the most deserving of that nickname. Atlanta has trees everywhere and is ranked #1 in the country for its percentage of urban tree canopy. Atlanta is home to the busiest airport in the country and the 2nd busiest in the whole world, over 300,000
What's the busiest in the whole world? Is it like probably one in China or something? No. Let me search.
passengers go through the airport in a single day. It's such a busy airport due to Atlanta's location and because it's the home of Delta Airlines. Atlanta is only one of 3 U.S. cities to host the Summer Olympics, which it did in 1996. In the downtown, there is the Centennial Olympic Park,
the
which
Olympics was
includes
here.
various Olympic monuments, the Fountain of Rings, and even a 200-foot-tall Ferris wheel. As Kyle mentioned, Atlanta is home to Coca-Cola, and across the street from the Olympic Park is the World of Coca-Cola Museum.
We've just seen that, and we've learned it's not very good, so we'll give that a miss.
The large 92,000 square foot museum showcases the history of the Coca-Cola company. Next door is the Georgia Aquarium. It seems like every major city has its own aquarium, but I wanted to highlight Atlanta's because it's the largest in the country. The largest exhibit within the aquarium holds 6.3 million gallons of water and even has whale sharks swimming in it. Adjacent to the aquarium is the National Center for
It's literally just going through what we've seen. That's pretty cool that they literally went, maybe they saw this video first and then just went based off this.
National Historic Park, which includes his birth home, the church he was baptized. Luther King played an important role in the civil rights movement. Near the downtown is the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park, which includes his birth home, the church he was baptized in, as well as his gravesite. I'm a huge football fan, so I have
They've
to also
literally, I think they've literally planned their trip based off this video. Hey, you've done a good job there.
mention that the Chick-fil-A College Football Hall of Fame is located in the Atlanta downtown. The Hall of Fame includes exhibits around the game as well as a 45-yard indoor field. And speaking of indoor football fields, Atlanta has one of my favorite sports arenas, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This new stadium cost $1.6 billion to build. Its defining feature is the retractable pinwheel roof made of 8 different pieces. The most visited site in all of Georgia is Stone Mountain Park, which
I've never seen Stone Mountain Park in my life. Is this a little imprint here as well?
lies just outside of the city. The massive stone in the park is the largest piece of exposed granite in the world and covers 583 acres. On the face of the stone is the largest bas-relief sculpture in the world depicting 3 Confederate leaders. And while on the topic of the Civil War, I'll end by pointing out that Atlanta is the only city in North America to be burned down in an act of war. The Union General Sherman burned down nearly 3,000 buildings in Atlanta, only leaving 400 still standing. Atlanta has adopted the mythical phoenix as its symbol because of how the city was rebuilt from the ashes, which, given how amazing of a city it is today, is pretty incredible. Well, that wraps up my video about it.
You know what? It's a very beautiful city, man. I had quite high expectations because I just feel like I hear quite a lot about Atlanta, and I know it's very busy. Atlanta's airport was actually the busiest in the world for decades until 2020. Jesus Christ. Until 2020 when it was overthrown by the Guangzhou Baiyun Airport due to the pandemic. I'm pretty sure Atlanta reclaimed the title in 2021. Well, there you go. I'm convinced that this time Atlanta will keep the title for a very long time. So how come it's so busy? Because for instance, like Heathrow Airport, which I think they're building a new runway, which I think may increase that. I always just assumed they were the busiest ones, but I think with the London airports, you've got like you got 4 major airports. You've got Gatwick, Stansted, Luton, Heathrow, and I think there's one more as well. All like relatively close, so they probably take all the load. But yeah, I wonder why the Atlanta airport is so busy. I guess is it a lot of people flying within the US, or is it people flying maybe from the Americas, South America, Central America, or do a lot of European flights arrive in Atlanta? Like, I don't really know where a lot of the flights would come from, but I wonder why this one has become the busiest. Because it's not like it's like in the center of the US, which kind of makes sense as like a sort of a pit stop. Although I guess you don't need to pit stop if you're flying from New York to Seattle or something, do you? Or to LA. But yeah, he also forgot to mention 3 top HBCU in the city of Atlanta: Morehouse School of Medicine, Spelman, and Clark Atlanta. One of the best things I love about here is that you have a major airport, plus you can be in the mountains or at the beach in a few hours. You don't have a major airport, you have the major airport of the world. But yeah, that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you're from Atlanta, let me know your thoughts. Do you think this video should have shown more, or these videos should have shown more? I don't think this looked at the downtown enough. Again, I don't know how to really, I guess maybe I just got to start searching videos that specifically just are this city's downtown, that city's downtown, but then that doesn't explore the whole sort of city as well. But a very interesting city. It's like, it's so green. Like, you've got this major sort of city vibe here, and then like a mile to the right of it from this image, it's just green, and I love it. It seems great. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction, and until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.